It felt a little hotter today. While temperatures were exactly the same as we were yesterday, 89 degrees, a degree above average, it has been a little bit more humid and the dew points have been steadily on the rise. Now, it was comfortable this morning, overnight and morning lows in the 60s across the area, but we're going to see more 70s as we get the day started tomorrow. A lot of sunshine, great visibility to the Superdome this evening or afternoon. 87 is our current temperature. Dew point still not bad, 69 degrees, but humidity a bit higher. About this time yesterday, dew point or humidity was in the 30–40% range, now at 55, and we have a little bit of a heat index as well, which that had not been the case over the last couple of days because an easterly wind right now. So not a southeasterly wind, which would really be bringing back tropical moisture. An easterly wind is more of a gradual increase in humidity. In the mid-upper 80s outside right now with dew points upper 60s and lower 70s. Now, steadily over the past 30 hours, we've seen our dew points on the rise, and they will kind of plateau in the upper 60s to lower 70s. So we're not going to see them increase a great deal more than they are right now. So not a bad weekend, just not nearly as dry as the last couple of days. We're also watching this little upper feature just off the Louisiana coast. This is kind of a weak little, what we call a shortwave trough, a weak little disturbance, and that may help to trigger our rain chances in the next couple of days. This little feature may kind of hang right where it is or move a little bit more to the east because of that easterly flow, and we could see a few more showers developing in the next couple of days. So for the weekend, most of the rain looks like it'll be offshore, but with that instability and a few more passing clouds at times, we'll likely see a few passing showers as well for the weekend. Now, most look to be more south of the city down toward the coast, but a few make their way inland for tomorrow and the same on Sunday. But we'll kind of see a change in the pattern by Monday and early next week to dry us out, but also heat us up. Here's the very latest on Tropical Storm Fiona, the 4 o'clock advisory. The center of the storm is just about ready to cross into the Caribbean, but most of the thunderstorms are not near the center. They are still displaced to the east because wind shear and dry air. Now that may change a bit once it's in the Caribbean, and especially if it stays south of Puerto Rico, which would help to kind of disrupt that circulation. It is expected to strengthen, albeit slightly, into the weekend and before it reaches Hispaniola. Now, if it makes that turn in more eastern Hispaniola, it would also avoid most of the mountains of the island, which would allow it to continue strengthening as it moves into the Atlantic, staying away from Florida, maybe affecting kind of the eastern Bahamas, as possibly strengthening by midweek into a hurricane. The model consensus has been very good with this storm. We have not seen any real dramatic changes in the forecast, nor do we have too many of those outliers when we would have one or two little models that would kind of keep it going a little closer to Florida or possibly into the Gulf. Models now are in pretty tight agreement. As we've said, the agreement is because the upper steering around the storm looks pretty much set in stone. Next couple of days, it's moving toward the west because of this ridge sitting over it. That ridge starts to weaken, and this huge break in the upper ridge, upper troughing, is what will draw the storm northward. And it looks like by toward the end of next week, a deepening upper trough will keep the storm moving away from the east coast of the U.S. So great news for the eastern seaboard, and certainly great news for us, as it looks like it will stay away from the Gulf. Elsewhere, not really watching anything in the tropics. Few spotty showers, maybe widely scattered into the weekend. A little bit more humid. Now, upper ridge builds in, so it dries us out. Maybe actually helps lower the humidity a bit by the middle of next week, but under the ridge, we heat up into the low 90s.